We are certainly in here. Vitality kicking things off on the CT side. A 5-7 for Apex, a new in-game leader, bear in mind as well. It's not. I wanted to ask Richard what we had a chance at. I'm like, Richard, when are you going to be in-game leader of this team? Because when it doesn't work out of Apex, which is normally what happens in these French teams,
we give it
try
to
a new
you.
game leader, we give it to Shox, the team crumbles, we start again. That's normally the kind of path they go on, but Apex still the in-game leader as far as I'm aware, and we'll see whether they can step up here on their CT side. Plopsky leads the way towards long. 4 players actually in this position with Nork watching the rear. He'll be at the T steps, making sure no flanks come through. And it's a B focus from Vitality, but Shox has spotted a couple towards the bathrooms.
Oh, he's overstayed his welcome.
I thought he lived on for just a moment there, looking good. Now, we will get the headshot. So will Apex. We're seeing more and more. You said we would.
Oh.
Of that 5-7, he pulls out the HE. It costs him his life. Trade by RPK, and the chaos continues. Okay, all onto the newbie. Anon, Misuta, yet to attend an offline event. But wearing that Vitality jersey in his bedroom today.
Oh, that's for sure. Everyone has been. They've been good at that. We had no unbranded players so far. Everyone's been very professional.
It always freaks me out when you see like Zipex in a cardigan. You're like, what the bloody hell is that? Not the cardigan so much as the jersey.
Cardigan.
What is he doing wearing a cardigan in 2020?
So, you can see how careful NIP are playing at this point. Misuta's on the other side of the map, faking out the plant. But still a massive advantage for them. He couldn't be further away, really. Coming from the connector, has got a kit, but no utility, no armor. Misuta.
And they plant at Bankside. He's clearing out toilets like it's a standard dice box plant. He's going to soak up at least 15 seconds here, like from connector to this point.
Clearing all his corners.
Anything he can do. First shot has to connect, really. Now they know exactly where he is. They can sacrifice one player. The flashbang's great. Swish should be the one to finish things off, which he is. And it will be NIP picking up the T-sided pistol there. Vitality with 3 kills in total. Zywo with 1. And unfortunately, they're going to find themselves with the decision here to either force by now, which they're going to do, or take the full eco. That was their other option. So they've gone for the force by here. RPK and Shoxy lead the way with the MP9s. You can see them just grouping up the bathrooms at the Glocks, just mowing down anyone in their path. Final kill. And the final buy. 3 MP9s, PD50, and a scout for Zywo. Could have got armor just though. He's got 650 left over, trying to keep his money strong for the AWP going forward.
You did talk about how thorough NIP were in that 2-on-1 situation. That's something that we noted against Fnatic on their T side as well. They really cleared out that A-bomb side.
It's from threat, right? I feel like he distills this kind of, make sure that everyone's checking everything, don't give anything away, don't take any chances, don't risk anything. That's kind of his mantra, I would say.
Like any risk you're taking that isn't calculated is a mistake.
And
I think is how
like one thing that Threat brought to the game especially was allowing your opposition to save weapons. Instead of hunting them and potentially losing rifles yourself, you let them save a couple of guns and they destroy their own finances by buying into it. That was one thing he kind of designed almost in CSGO, which was quite cool back in the day.
Especially in rounds like this, right? If they get into a site and they let them hold on to a couple of MP9s, that's fine. Let them have it.
Oh, that is perfect from Shox.
Yeah, the timing not so much there. Have to really swing on that with the flashbang. Apex will pull one back. Plopsky makes things a bit more realistic for them. It's still a 4 versus 3. Lekra needs to get his kill towards the bathrooms. Knows exactly where he is, but still doesn't convert it. Shox said it's been going pretty well in the scrim so far, and I, for one, believe him. 3 kills to his name, 5 HP, finds the AK-47 as well, and we go 1-1. The MP9's enough. And we just said NIP are so great at these anti-force fight situations. Hasn't worked out for him.
If I told you Shox was going to hold long with an MP9 and find 3 kills against AKs, you wouldn't believe me.
Here come the Tech 9s boys as well. Only one of them. I was expecting to see 3 or 4, but we're not quite in 2016 just yet.
The meat cleavers of the Deagles, just some of the stuff we have been seeing players do with that in recent times, whether it's used close ranges like a shotgun, more of the body shots, getting 2 of those off in a frag, or the headshot clutch potential that some of the superstars of the Counter-Strike world have been showing us. We always know how dangerous these are, but an important round for NIP in the early stages of their map choice. They want to keep this as a back-and-forth affair. You don't want to be the first one to have to call it quits, take your foot off the brake, and have to concede with one of those full eco situations. And here they're still in reaching distance of being able to keep Vitality's money undercover. Here's what we should do. We should have like, during these rounds when they do the eco super slow ones, we should get like a lamp with a plant, and then on the super slow rounds, turn the lamp on.
See if we can grow it.
See how much of the plant we can grow just in these save. Well, it's a force by round.
Okay, so what we do, all we need is some cress,
Yep.
We need some cotton wool.
Okay.
And a smattering of water.
And an eggshell. That's a great
Eggshells are
place to grow.
important? Yeah,
you put
okay,
them in, you
perfect.
put the cotton wool inside the eggshell, cut the top of it off, bit of water, bit of sunlight, or UV lamps.
Yeah.
And that will do it.
Okay, so let's grow some cress, ladies and gentlemen. Year 4, we're
And you
back.
can throw up a little funny face on it as well. It's got funny
that's
hair.
true. They could have funky hair.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think I had exactly what we're talking about.
So towards A they go. It's a pretty underwhelming attempt here, but still a chance. It's 5-4. They've got Deagles, and this can quickly and rapidly open up. There's Lekro, one of the deadliest Deagles in all of CSGO. Has found an opening, but that might be it.
Another one.
Now. He's available to find a couple of kills, but not going to happen. This is actually looking pretty good. 2 versus 1. Lekro, though, reloading, surely goes down. And it won't be the cleanest finish, but still they get the job done. 2-1, and NIP don't get the plan.
That got scary there.
Yeah,
for
mission
a second,
accomplished
didn't
in
it?
the end.
It was nothing for almost 2 minutes, and then everything for about 15 seconds. So NIP losing that will have to take a full save here. Even though they did a lot of damage, I don't think without the plant you would warrant going for another buy situation right here. There's a deagle again for Lekro, but he probably earned himself that with those 2 big kills. He was just able to garner, and, well, Vitality get a chance to breathe right here. Probably another slow start to this one, just bleeding out utility on the cards, so Vitality don't need to do anything crazy. They just need to make sure they don't get overwhelmed by Glocks and give up any weapons. It should be a very, very easy round.
Well, time will tell. Lekro, as I mentioned, very powerful Deagle, but no armor behind it. Should be a foregone conclusion as they confirm they're up against just the Glocks and Desert Eagle here. Team Vitality don't have to overcommit, but they have taken down the most powerful player. Lekro, the one who invested any cash into this particular round, but still taking damage here. Apex, the in-game leader, sending it to the moon here as he pushes out a monster, just trying to farm that money, baby. Get it all built up. As he knows the AK is coming out in the next round here. It's worked out very well. RPK with 3 kills. Apex with 1 as well. RPK gets the quad and a ton of money going forward as well. So great stuff from Vitality. And now we get into the meat and potatoes of the game of NIP. We're a full buy and a team that doesn't rely on the AWP. Bear that in mind, especially on the T side of Overpass. 5 rifles, more than enough, even though the money wasn't quite there to probably justify the AWP. So, not so much a bonus situation, but Zywoo, does he want to bring out the AWP early? He's answered that question for me. There we go. AWP on the CT side, not so much for NIP.
Stop Molly, not going to be respected and does burn the toes of Lekro and Twist. Shox gets contact early on Fountain. He's got to be ready for the swing. The flash from Apex was perfect. And a bit of a blackout. will start his rotation. A 1 versus 2. He knows that they're going to have started this rotate. Utility towards heaven, but he's getting close. It's real good. Off angle.
Smoke's not bad, though. Gives them something.
They won't expect this, surely.
Twist is holding it. He's not. And there's the trade. Twist seals the deal. And that's a 4-2 scoreline. NIP will take it. I'm still a little thrown off. I'm still a little off.
Well, that was with pistols only, so now we can kind of reset, right? Because that round right there has kind of been able to reset us here. For those at home, we did have a bit of a technical issue and we could not see the game.
We apologize.
We're sorry about that.
We're trying to bring it back.
And now we're back.
We are. Everything's reset at this point. Unfortunately, there was a pistol victory there.
I want to quickly recap what you were asking. There are 16 teams, so it's 8 two groups.
Right.
Yeah.
Group, yes.
And round robin's best of 3, and then we move into a playoff. But there's lots of Counter-Strike, guys. That's all you need to know. Lots of games, lots of matches.
Regions, lots of teams, lots of games.
If you like a team and you want them to make it to the major, just know they have to win. That's basically how the world works.
Yeah, it always helps. If they win the game, that's all you really... If they're winning games, they're probably going to make it.
That's
if they're winning
the strategy.
more games than they lose, they'll probably make it.
I've always said, if you can just win the game, you'll probably win the tournament.
It's a good point. Yeah. Worth reminding.
Yeah. Full of nuggets like that. Follow me on Twitter. That's SPUNJ.
Molotov missed it. We have said a lot of that today.
Everyone.
Yeah, a bit of rust after the 10-day hiatus, I suppose. And the flash is now towards Bathrooms. Rez to follow it up. No one there. 1-6 right now to his name. As we'll see, ZywOo just drop a smoke and focus towards the Bathrooms of the AWP. He's got 3-3. But the world's best player of 2019 looking to do a lot more than that.
The birds sing and the AWP repositions. He has his teammate now established quite deep in towards the toilet position. It shocks. He's going to have a lot to deal with. Timing of this is perfect. It just sails through them. Oh, and ZywOo caught another one through the toilets. A second frag. This time it's Nork. And that enables the site surely to be taken. They start to flood in. Rez towards Optimus. Apex's flanks a little belated. He will perhaps have a chance onto Twist, but now tucking in on Long. They're both coming from toilets. A smoke for the bomb.
Too good from NIP right now. 3-on-2, but can Apex do anything about this? Fires of a shot. Flashbang pretty decent, but Nork doesn't get affected by it. His teammate certainly did. Rez tucks into the corner, looking to get a second frag of this game, and nails it just about there towards the end. It will be 4-3. Money will be ruined for Team Vitality on their CT side. A chance for NIP to tie things up. Can't really justify the partial here either. They're going to have third state loss bonus after this one, so that's going to be $2,400 on top of that, 2.5K right now. So they're going to have to just take the full eco on the chin and bide their time.
Yeah, this is a wild one right here. I think the series for NIP, we need to see a very, very strong showing out of them on this map here if I wanted to go the distance. Now, I haven't been able to see a lot of Vitality since they finished their run within the Pro League, and they've been working on a lot of bits and pieces. Shox was talking about some of those changes, some of the stuff that they've been addressing. But I'm really curious just to see more from Masuta, if he can find his footing and just be a solid fragger middle of the pack, and if ZywOo has the flexibility that he used to, right? Because it was always spoken about with this Vitality roster that ZywOo was carrying everybody. Well, if ZywOo is not carrying everybody and they're losing, right? Maybe the old formula was better. Maybe just have everybody be supportive elements for this guy to go around and get all those frags. Or he's having a slump in performance, which is a question that I don't know. I don't know how we get to the bottom of that one right there, but we do need to keep an eye on him as an individual.
You're bang on. You know, like one tournament we can disregard as soon as the second comes in, right? As soon as normalcy returns, we return to normal scheduled programming. It doesn't even become a conversation. So something to monitor and to observe whether or not it does become more of a conversation topic. This round certainly not one that we'll be too critical of should they concede. And actually, nice shot from Nork on the boost.
Oh, okay, well, big spray downs coming through, even though the B stack doesn't really do much for them apart from find a single kill. It's going to be Plopsky going down, but it does tie things up at 4-4 here. Like we said, full eco to get into this stage. They'll have about $5,000 per player, but ZywOo would be glass cannon again. 4 and 5 right now. Shox is actually leading the way with 10 kills. Do they want to use a tactical timeout? Let's discuss their options. Managed to get 4 convincing rounds on the board here, but ZywOo goes with this Silence M4 instead. No defuse kits, just to note that. Apex could have afforded one, opted against it. So if they lose this round because they don't have a kit, bear in mind they could have purchased it.
Something to keep our eyes on. Very fast boost to try and lock down any short plays. And a triple nade, no less, to the boost. That's certainly going to be A lot of information for the CTs as to where they were just positioned, but of course, it's all smoke and mirrors. They leave 2 there. The rest now regrouping towards playground, Plopsky towards underpass, just taking stock.
I forgot NIP played the percentages. That's what this is, ladies and gentlemen. The slow Counter-Strike being very, very methodical in your default spread across the map. You're kind of just putting out a big old comb, right? You're seeing what you can pull on in. Any information, any aggressive smokes the CTs throw, any posturing of positions, any noise or sound cues. All that information needs to be relayed back to your in-game leader. And you're going to have a bunch of protocols that you've gone over, contingency plans, ways to react. And that's a fantastic opening right there. Nork, the new buy on NIP, takes down Masuta, the respective new boy on the other side of things. And there's Zywoo finally striking with that cheaper M4.
I need to switch to that, I think. Take it for a spin. RPK making a case for the M4A1. Oh, looking good. Apex tagging up on towards Twist. Very low HP. Not going to have too much room to maneuver unless Lekro gets himself the multi. And he has 2 kills. Does open up the site. He will not respect that Molotov. He'll go straight through. Zywoo's bullets didn't quite connect to the necessary target. They do now, though. Double kill for him. A clutch for Lekro. 10 seconds. He's going to have to plant. And he's not even going to be allowed to get to the bomb. It doesn't matter. Triple kill from Lekro. He single-handedly secures the site.
And finds the lead for NIP as well. A 1 versus 1 against Zywoo. He's got a rifle. He's got the advantage. The bomb's on the floor. It takes one hell of a shot to get him out of that sort of position. But Lekro finds it. 5-4 now. Money broken again for Vitality as they've given up so many rounds in a row at this point. Lekro managed to find the first incision, the second, and then best Zywoo in a 1 versus 1 as well. Great shot from him, denies any sort of access to the bomb, and they're going to have PD-50s, 5-7, Desert Eagles, and Apex with armor. We're going to have to see a Zywoo orb come out soon, Chad. Surely that's going to be the solution to their problems, but for now, just pistols.
Yeah, there's a couple. Okay.
Not just a pistol in Shox's hands, it seems.
Alrighty. I was going to say they have 2 ways that they can approach this on their CT side. We were talking about NIP being very thorough. Well, they're thorough throughout the entire round. If you go aggressive and you're able to actually find a hole in their default and get 1 kill, you can spiral it from there, but they're set up with all those safety nets. The other way to do it is, you know, give them the room they want and then attack them in the middle of their setup. That's always hard to predict. But this opening from Shox here is fantastic. You can see it's put the brakes on a little bit. They've stalled on out. They have to hold that shift key down to walk around the map, make sure they don't give away any of those footsteps. The CTs have gambled so close to long. They have to clear this out first.
Twist to challenge. And one they won't convert just yet, but he does know the 2 players in towards that area. Doesn't need the kills. Plopsky probably does in this scenario. Nork will get both of them, though. Headshots connecting, the star player showing us what he's made of.
No issues. Nice work from NIP. They're on the right site, don't have the right weapons, nor the right numbers. So Masuta falls, Plopsky from long, and Twist's the one to find it. So we do see 6. NIP, this is their T side, this is their map pick, and already we're starting to see some pretty solid evidence to suggest that they can convert their map pick. 6-4 is the score, and they have managed to not only overtake the lead, but extend it. 6 is considerably higher than 4. That's how maths works.
Yep. It's a good point.
Yeah.
So just bear in mind, it was NIP that won the pistol. Vitality answered back with the MP9s. Managed to get a nice lead established, but NIP now really turning it up to 11 as we get into round number 11 itself. We will see them outside, the same grenades towards the boost position, I'd imagine. I felt like once they're not there initially, they're probably not going to be there ever, but Apex will use that information to push off again. They know 3 players are outside B. You can see them all adjusting now. On either side of the map, it's actually NIP that have gone through T-spawn and made their way back up towards the T-steps after throwing 3 grenades at the B-bomb site here. So there's a lot of moving around, repositioning. They've got 3 players towards connector for now.
A flash and a peek, but Zywoo was waiting on the other side, and he pulls the trigger. Perfectly timed twist on the swing against a fully blind opponent, and now Shox looking to continue to twist the knife, add some salt to that wound.
Sneaky beaky. Doesn't need to overextend, but it allows Zywoo to play this angle with the AWP. That's not something you see too often. Knowing that little mental timer that they could have snuck on past, he's going to scally on back towards the bomb site.
Shocks. Looks like he's done enough here. A couple of kills in the back, potentially. Not the cleanest, but still, that's enough. Managing to get himself 1.5 kills. Will leave them in a 4 versus 3. NIP will continue towards the A side. Smokes down, bomb to be planted. As the flames just engulf the bomb site here.
Look at them, they're so thorough again.
Yeah, even then, even in the chaos, even with 15 seconds left, Rez gets an uncontested plant. I was wrong, ZywOo was right, and this round has gone Vitality's way. That's the conclusion, and they find 5.
Alex, you were talking about rounds before, right? And
Yeah.
it reminds me of one of my favorite jokes of all time.
Here we go. Of all time.
Of all time, of all time. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
7, 8, 9.
But why did 7 eat 9?
Because he was a 6 offender.
No, because you're supposed to eat 3 squared meals a day.
Oh, I didn't know the second part. That's good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I knew you'd get I knew you'd get the first
Okay.
part, so
The
that's why the
second part
second
is
part
the
was
meme.
the, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
It's the
Everyone
joke.
should know the first part.
Yeah, you're right. 7, 8, 9. That is a classic. Either way, Lekro now looking to challenge with that connector. With a lot of aggression here from the CTs and a lot of grenades thrown towards his short position as well. But for now, holding on to their HEs, we will see NIP make their way up towards short. Misuta currently sits in 2 and 7, waiting for his opportunity to strike towards short. Apex sat in the water here. Grenade in hand, flashbang set up. And, well, that's Rez ready and waiting for it. Absolutely obliterates Misuta.
Oh, that's a brutal way to go down. Perfect flash for one, but not the other. Making clear audio cues here. Apex has got a molly for Lekro's position. And here it comes. They want to flush him out. And he's burning above it. But he does manage to stand his ground.
Done so much here.
He's keeping those CTs busy, and there's 4 members of his squad miles away. He's even got a frag. Lekro's doing it all here. Molly as well, considering it. Taking his time, he realizes that he's achieved a whole lot here. The CTs, they've invested a lot of resources just to flush him out.
5 on 3, ZywOo, though, certainly capable of winning these sort of rounds. First shot is not his, but they know he's there. They're going to have to commit towards B. Starting to hit shots now. Nork will go down. Shocks will chime in as well. 3 on 3, bombs to be planted, but ZywOo not alive now. It's going to be quite a convincing finish from NIP, even though ZywOo is there ready and waiting. The 5 on 3 converted. They keep 3 players up as well, and that's going to be 7-5 in total for NIP on their map pick. After winning the pistol, having some complications. Looking very good here on the T side. And is there money for Vitality? I think so. At least for Abai. Not the best, but should be enough in total. Here's Lekro continuing his good form here on Overpass as they bring out the AWP for ZywOo. And there it is. Shocks will go with the MP9, but he's looked good on that weapon already.
Yeah, he found some impact with that earlier in the piece here to give them that lead that they did hold on to for, well, didn't feel like very long at all, did it?
Not at all. Aggressive from Shocks, straight towards the fountain. This time, Rez greets him with a smile and a bullet. He has only got 9 HP to work with for the rest of the round. That's thanks to Shocks. But numbers do favor NIP, and the flashes indicate that long presence could be taken.
They're just so thorough, right? We've seen a lot of pop flash attempts from Vitality, and it's always felt like NIP have had someone anti-flash or just hit a shot. We haven't seen it from their perspective, but it feels like they're ready for these kind of aggressive pushes. That one that Apex just tried to orchestrate over towards B. Oh, here's another.
There it is. And
They're
one
ready.
again. He does so much damage. He actually does dings towards Lekro and Twist there, but still not enough. Shots being missed by ZywOo at this point as well. 7-5. A 4 on 3 for NIP here as they'll pull 1 kill back. That's by Apex there. 45 seconds. Nork sits by the bathrooms here. They still have 2 smokes, flashes as well. They're trying to sow the seeds of doubt in the minds of Vitality here. Send a player over towards B, leave ZywOo alone on A. So he has got the orb, a flash, but he has to hold towards bank. Meaning he can patrol towards long. And of course the bomb side itself, another miss coming through. Flash is coming in. Can he do anything about this? Apparently not.
Struggling. Falling all the way down to bank. Doesn't manage to evade the nade, but that does not stop the push. NIP getting that bomb down as a Molotov as well to chase, but from behind, RPK has struck, and they've only got 19 health between them. Plopsky and Rez. Surely they can't make it work with this little health. 1 bullet will do.
Well, does RPK check the smoke? That's the all-important fact here. The jump shot comes in. There's a lot of action right now. RPK comes to focus towards long as well. And now they know the final player towards the bathrooms. They pull it off, and it will be Vitality bringing back the round out of nowhere. RPK with 3 kills in total, all down to the flank, managing to come from the connector position, catch them in the pants down there. ZywOo, he only gets 1 kill of the round, but his presence alone is enough for them to all just be staring at the bomb site, knowing that ZywOo's there, and he can replicate the like of Nitro on that A side. Find multiple kills with the AWP, and they're all looking towards the bomb side. No one's thinking about the flank.
That frag there, whoa. Twist was just getting around the corner. That would have been a dead ZywOo. Finding that frag was instrumental into converting a 6th.
Oh dear. They're definitely not out of the woods though. If you look at the money on the CT side, they're in some woes. There's some discussions over there on who needs to drop what just so they can get a full buy. And being in this position with the tail end of the half once again, if NIP win this round, they're likely that they can run away with the 9-6. And that would be very, very pretty. Maybe not as nice as that Fnatic game, but still pretty good.
So we're dropping a rifle for Shox here, or no? Okay, so he gets his kit and his nades instead.
Yeah, he wants to keep his money as strong as possible on the CT side, but it's only a couple of rounds to go. Shox seems more than happy to use the MP9, it seems. Rez with the newly changed Tech 9.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some more of those over the course of the day.
I think you will. Plenty of them. Too many of anything.
Yeah, if I could hear myself from 2016 and listening back to me happy to see a Tech 9, I would be very, very surprised. Regardless, Masuta, quiet from him. He will be tested again here on round 14. Him and his squad. He has Apex and RPK in support. This could be quite a contact play. One flash. A single flash is all they use. And now charging into Apex on the Pyjamas, they melt. Masuta does manage to find Rez as well. So a 3 versus 2 after a single flash push from the Swedes.
Oh, there's still a few more twists and turns yet, though. The MP9 and the AWP, probably the last 2 weapons you want in this sort of scenario. Is going to be the first going down. ZywOo left in the 2 versus 1. He's pretty far away as well. Is he hoping they go back? Get towards heaven, but at this stage, how would they even give this one up? What would they have to do? He can smoke the bomb, force a couple of them to face, but he has to drop down first. There's a drop. Smoke on towards the bomb or short. Goes to the latter. Thing is, the player with the rifle here surely takes him down, but it's ZywOo we're talking about here. Great shot, but Twist, he knows that's his opportunity there to close the round down and secure the half. 8-6, money broken here for the final round as well. Number 15 coming in. They've got a couple of players hovering around $2,000.
Just to look at the time that they attack there, right? It was 1 minute and 15 left on the clock. Most of these other NIP attacks have felt like they've been coming in at about 45 seconds, right? And the B defenders have been put on ice for the majority of this game. They haven't had a huge amount of action. No. It's been A defaults. It's been mainly mid-round stuff. So imagine you sitting there, you're used to them going through their paces, over towards the A bomb site, defaulting real slow. Next minute, they're all just running out at you, right? You haven't been really, it's not that you're not focusing on your crosshair, but you haven't had too many chances to take those fights. So NIP with a nice little change up there has done what should be enough to, well, give them the advantage going into the final round of the half here.
Certainly seems that way. The 4 MP9 defense. It's not notorious for succeeding, and yet part of me believes this could very well be the 8-7 half. ZywOo on the M4. Shox, he's done great work, but I don't think he was expecting that. The timing, again, NIP with a spurt of pace. Catches off the Frenchman. Good nade damage as well. NIP shocked after that one.
Yeah, that could be enough, but Nork will pull one back, and ZywOo alive and kicking as well. The M4 waits on the side here, needs multiple kills. He might just do it. The bomb goes down. Still a minute remaining here, but Twist of the Orb will have nothing to say about that one. And we're going to split it right down the middle here. 8-7 as we get ready for the second half. Do not go anywhere.
All is fair in love and war, but I can't do this anymore, no, no. So take me to a place I know, somewhere where I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know. 'Cause baby, you feel like home. Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so.
That we're holding on, even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. All you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and clean my throat.
We are back. We are 1 and an 8-7 half on our first map of our second series, day 1 of the ESL 1 Road to Rio. I'm Machine. I'm joined by Chad Sponge Birchall and Henry Greer.
Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
You
the
expecting-
Counter-Strike continues, and I'm expecting to see Vitality close this one out, Alex.
Oh, there we are.
Okay.
On the T side. Just to get everyone a bit woken up here. Let's get into the action now. We will see no upgraded pistols on the T side, but a couple of smokes, 3 flashbangs, and Apex. He's got a bit of a aggression towards middle. The flash comes through, his teammates behind him, and they're not slowing this one down at all. Flashes to come through, and Rez to find the first, but he's got players all around him now. Surely goes down, even the jump, he survives!
He's still alive, and Twist finished the job. He started, he's actually got another frag. He's got the bomb, no less. And yes, Vitality managing to close that gap at the end of the first half, but now it seems the gap will grow in our pistol round. Nothing Shox and Zywoo can do. The bomb is under the NIP control, and there's still 5 healthy members of this Swedish force. Oh no, Shox is painting a silhouette around his opponent. Not quite what he was asked to do. Zywoo looking to go crazy, and he has already found 3, nearly 4. My God.
Those are the moments.
Those are the moments where just one extra headshot could have been everything. Instead, 9-7.
Just going to do a quick little whip around here, I suppose, guys, because I can see the game's behind you. So there's Isurus taking on Imperial right now. That's on train. Imperial are winning 13-9. Boom Esports are currently taking on the Red Canids over there on Nuke on map number 1. Boom are winning that one 13-9. And obviously here on the main stream, you can find all this action if you head over to live.esl-1.com.
That's live.esl-1.com.
1 is in...
The letters.
Yes,
oh,
the letters.
Oh,
The
and
letters. Yeah, just for those people really playing at home.
Full eco here for Team Vitality. NIP will pick up the pistol. Zywoo and co will be left to think about what they've done. They'll be buying up in the next round. Lovely shot there from Rez. When is the Pyjamas getting the burst fire adjustment? When are they going to
I don't know.
that?
I think that they would be so much more popular if at long range.
That's
the
one
burst
thing.
fire
Like,
was like
if
a
they want to
laser
have a
thing.
quick fix, it's going to put a new bit of excitement towards the game. Nice burst fire on the FAMAS. And the Glock as well while we're at it.
Yeah, why
let's
not?
fix that.
Bring back burst fire. And Twist, well, he's bringing back the site. It was taken over temporarily. And immediately a flurry of 4 frags comes in. That's a quick finish of the French eco. So now we can get into the meat and potatoes of our second half. They're going to be bringing out all those AKs, 5 to be precise. And up against those FAMAS. We spoke about them, but there's 3 of them. It was kind of tightened up a little bit. It did seem like players were still leaning more towards the preference of the Galil out of the 2 that were changed, but now I'm seeing more FAMAS.
It's cheaper as well,
Certainly.
so that's a positive one. But the M4, the silenced M4, has also dropped in price a little bit as well. So I'd be curious to see how teams want to deal with this. But Through the mollies, they won't barrel, as they will respect them. Smoking it just before they were about to bloom, potentially catching the CTs off. They're wanting to make them think they're safer than they are.
So, Wolfpack mentality here from Vitality. Going to see them actually push up towards middle of 4 players here. Twist won't spot a damn thing. He falls back just to deal with got contact there. And this looks very good, very promising. But this from Rez is enough to get a kill. Does he fade away? Does he get out? He does, but he loses his teammate Twist, and they'll continue their assault towards the A side now. Do they get the bomb down? Apparently so. Great shot from Masuta. That will confirm it.
Yeah, that's enough. Bomb will go down. Rotate towards Bankside from Nork and his teammate Plopsky.
They've got 3 smokes here. We've seen what NIP do on retakes. Hold up a second.
They've got retake smokes for days. You know they have. They're going to smoke on top of the bomb, next to it, flash over, go for a defuse, but they're going to think better of it. They hold on to their own weapons here, knowing they're at a massive disadvantage. Take the rifles and run. They've got utility as well, so that all counts. Saving $900 worth of smokes, $400 of flashes, Pyjamas and M4s here, and 3 kits, which are $400 each.
I think their Counter-Strike's different to mine.
Yeah?
Because they're always shifting around, and when I press W, I seem to run. So I think that when they press W, maybe it's bound to walking at the same time.
Yeah,
because
perhaps.
There's only shifting going on in the server when we're watching NIP players.
Yeah, a lot of walking. Vitality were walking as well, but they did a very quick assault together towards middle. They sent 4 players up towards the mid area / bathrooms, managing to trade out kills. And once they found the most important one towards the A side, that's when they fully committed. Nothing could be done, and the weapons will be saved. They saved 2 Pyjamas and an M4.
That's how I know I've had a really bad game, is
Okay.
when Counter-Strike at the end tells me I had the least or the fewest audible footsteps. Like
There's
when that's
nothing else to
the
report.
best thing they've got for me is that I didn't make a lot of noise with my feet. I know I've not done a great job.
You planted your feet.
Yeah, exactly. He stood still or he just died really quietly. Either way, we're into a rather loud round. We're seeing flashbangs and nades galore. In fact, Zywu takes another lick of the flame before he's discouraged from his adventure. We do see an early first blood. To overcome the odds is Vitality with some early long presence. 2 walking up long, and Misuta's going to have a duel. He wins it. That's crucial. He levels the playing field. A 4v4 with a back turned. He do see another added to the Vitality tally, but with a smoke in his hand. It doesn't go down. Apex does catch some FAMAS bullets and a Molotov to buy some time. This is looking too good. Just overwhelmed.
Yeah, similar sort of approach as well. Grouping up, getting together towards middle. This time focusing more towards long as well. Nailed the shots. Still have a couple of players to find here on the A side. And with the low HP Masuta, that could have fallen apart, but he holds his nerve and manages to get his 2nd kill of the round, leaving us in a 3 versus 1 now. But Plopsky, one of the big names, will be removed at the same time. Zywu, clinical shot there towards the bank position. 3 players survive. Surely an eco now for an IP, as they have around $2,000 per player. Loss bonus building up as well, so they pretty much have to eco here, unfortunately.
Masuta with only 7 kills to his name. He was an individual who we said we need to keep an eye on. For those who aren't aware, he's a rookie. His addition to this team came after their in-game leader of Alex stepped down completely unawares to the majority of the Counter-Strike world. It felt like it came very, very quickly.
Certainly.
Yeah, so with Masuta getting picked up, he was a kid that he had a couple of good videos with some good frag highlights. But in terms of having him as a name in a team like this, he's got a lot to prove here.
Absolutely. We haven't seen nearly enough from him yet. Early days for sure, but at the same time, if you're brought in and heralded as a young star, a new name, a rookie, you expect a little bit more than what we've seen so far. That's all we're kind of saying, really. It doesn't seem like he has that kind of legit star potential we see from other names. They're kind of around his level. But a 3-man stack here.
You can see the intention, smoke monster, and hope that the players are corralled towards a short walk. But, I mean, it's minimal. It's an all-in maneuver with an armored deagle on the tippy top. And it does seem like the French fancy their chances at A again.
Well, it's been working out for them, but they changed their mind. Maybe at the worst possible point. Yeah.
This is a fun pop flash. I like this one. Straight out the window. Not going to get anything. Russia's got a cool camera for it. 10 points to Gryffindor. And there's the body shots on the boost. It's only going to get them 1. And now they flood in. They know where the CTs are going to be leaving. And the transfer is there. Lovely work. RPK only takes 1.
I feel like if you're not going for 2 there, you've kind of done it wrong. If you see 2 and they haven't looked at you, definitely go for the 2nd kill. But the fact he kind of took his shot as soon as he saw 1 player there kind of felt like he cost him his own life. But at the same time, it was just the eco. They still got a double up set up as we go 10-10. We couldn't be close. We talked about the potency of the Nork Twist double up setup here. And they both got 14 kills. Everyone looking pretty good on NIP so far. On the CT side now, as they look to convert their map. First of this best of 3 so far. And again, same sort of approach from Vitality. Towards middle, big numbers, leave Shocks on the other side of the map to lurk.
Let's see if Twist can pass this test. He can. Apex gone down, no flashbang. Early first blood does favor the ninjas here.
It's very, yeah. The thing with this is they're making a lot more noise than what NIP were doing in areas where the footsteps could be heard. NIP, even when there was no one around and they were in these similar positions, were just walking. So a few more sound cues from that of Vitality here, but I'm not sure where they even want to go. They haven't actually taken any map control.
Honestly, I don't think they really know at this point. It's just a lot of defaults and it's going together, hoping they hit their shots initially. If they get good duels, they'll commit to something. It's a very loose game plan. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just not what you'd like to see necessarily on a T side of Overpass. Bomb goes down, you can see how loose that is. Like, NIP would not be running in the bomb
first,
with themselves. Like, they can still recover the round for sure, but it's not as beautiful as the other approaches.
Yeah, and it's also, you know, that choice to just be so rough around the edges is not necessarily one that they've made so actively as much as it is a product of losing their leader. Let's not forget.
Sure.
They've got to fill. They're filling in a lot of blanks. That's a naughty little flash from Twist.
Very naughty, isn't it?
I like that.
So he can go for the wall bang here from Bank if he wants to try and deny them. He has got vision. His teammate will have to convert now, which he does. Lekro stepping up. It's the orb of Twister. The bomb can go down. And just a nick of time as well. 3 seconds on the clock when it does get planted. A 3 versus 2, but Zywoo and Misuta now with a Molotov available and a flashbang, both with full health. They can win this round.
No
2
kits.
orbs in the retake with no kits here, boys.
Here we go. They do have one single smoke grenade on Plopsky. That will do well to at least cause a bit of chaos.
Yeah, but does he do one of the diffusers here? Did he leave
He
the
has to
orb
hold it,
defend him?
right? Okay, it's a fake. He pushes in. He's upgraded to the AK and straight through the smoke. Zywoo finds the first. Masuta to clutch. A premature Molotov does indicate where he's coming from. Spotted straight through the wall. He tags him. Had that been the kill, it could have been the defuse, but Twist has to cut his losses and keep hold of that AWP.
Big round for Vitality. Like we said, it's not the most tactical or strategic, but they certainly get the job done there. Zywoo left in that 2 versus 2, does all the heavy lifting. And here we go. We've got some voting available for you. The Twitch chat can get stuck in and start cheering for the teams here. We won't have the crowd in person, but we're going to try and get the hype going either way. You can see now, as we'll see it at 50% right now. I assume that will change.
I'm going to say that NIP will probably have more fans than Vitality over the course of this, but you guys at home can get involved.
I guess there's probably a lot of Zywoo fanboys out there.
That's true, actually. Yeah, people do jump on those bandwagons quite quickly. I remember when I was a kid and everyone jumped on that Manchester United hype train.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing.
I grew up being called a Glory supporter. I was just saying the team my dad supported.
Which
Manchester United.
Manchester United, okay. Not a Leicester fan, apart from when they won the Premiership.
I almost thought that was the weirdest thing. What you were talking, the Perth team in the Australian Soccer League is called Perth Glory. And I was like, how did you know Glory?
You're a Glory supporter?
You're a Glory? Like, what? And then I realized.
Yeah, we used to call Glory supporters to people that supported good teams.
Okay.
Because you're obviously supposed to support
bad
poo
teams. Yeah. Well, it's about where you're from, isn't it? I think that's the way they do it.
Used to be.
I'm not from anywhere.
I've got cousins. His father supports Liverpool, and my cousin supports Everton. Now there's in Liverpool. There's 2 football clubs, and there's quite a rivalry there.
I see.
Now under the same roof, so it's a little dramatic.
Is it as bad as Cologne versus Dusseldorf?
I think it's something similar. Yeah.
How bad is the Cologne versus Dusseldorf rivalry?
Well, there's gangs. You
Do you mean Dortmund, maybe?
Yeah.
The Dusseldorf one, they don't like it. They don't like each other, Cologne and Dusseldorf.
Damn. Hamburg, I heard, have got some problems too. Nork's still alive. How on earth? There we go.
They are going to just keep running this A contact play until it stops working. And fair enough, they keep making it work. They're clutching out these rounds, they're hitting their shots. Keep it simple, stupid. That's normally the mantra.
There's a perfect microcosm of the game. Apex unloading 60 bullets into a smoke in the middle of nowhere. That's how paranoid he's become over the course of 2020's Counter-Strike.
I'm paranoid all the time. I don't know if it's just smoke.
Yep, there's more. How many bullets is he going to put into these smokes?
Oh, dear.
You've got to be scared. You've got to be paranoid.
Well, Twist will save the AWP. Plopsky probably going to try and get an exit kill if possible, but holding towards B. I don't think Twist will be finding much, and Plopsky defend him. No real reason for them to go hunting. Like, it's absolutely fine. Let's just keep the money strong on the T side. We don't know where they are. They could be anywhere on the map at this point. Let's get really established on this T side. Get everything up and running. Get an extra $3,500 per player here. Look at that. Plenty now just to see this game out. As Twist will hold on to the AWP. His teammate could get dropped, but they still have enough to buy here. Could even go for a double AWP setup if they really wanted to, but that will be up to Nork. Does he want to join Twist in the sniping responsibilities?
He certainly can.
Twist can just drop him.
Here we go. NIP fans.
They are.
There's a lot of them out there.
Okay.
For those of you who are new to the Counter-Strike world, NIP are the original... I don't know, what's the best way to put them? They were the original dynasty within CSGO,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good way to
They
put
went
it.
87-0 on LAN. They had some names that came over from previous versions of the game who were already heralded as some of the best players of all time. And they carried a bit of a legacy with them. They had a massive fan base, and this is a completely different team to that. So forget everything I just said.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chad.
But if you want to cheer for that NIP, they'll be back under a name. They've rebranded. They've got back together. And they got a kid from Norway who's pretty good with the AWP.
A reunion tour plus Halzek.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what's that singer's name? Johnny Farnham. He always comes back for reunion tours. That's what
Who
they're
is
not.
Johnny
Farnham.
Oh, you know
From
Johnny.
Perth. You don't know him?
He's not from Perth.
I've never heard of Johnny Farnham in my life.
No, it sounds like a name you made up. Shots charging into the site here. Will encounter Nork and that second AWP. You asked Henry, and he answers. He's picked it up.
He has.
Twist did drop it as well, so we've got that resolution found.
So double AWP setup here to save the day. Certainly could be enough. Vitality, they've got enough firepower behind them, but it's just the general approach that seems to be a little bit uncomfortable for me to look at. I feel like they just kind of are very loose right now, playing off mid-round calls, sticking together, which is fine. You can win a lot of games off this. It's just not massively sustainable going forward.
Certainly. So there's the flash, perfectly avoided by Plopsky. He's desperately trying to do something to contribute. He knew his days were numbered. Basuta looking a little AWOL there. Gets caught out. Nork will shut him down. RPK does manage to trade onto Lekro. So we still have a 3v3, and they know there's an AWP close. It's not ideal for Nork. There's nobody's foolish enough to think that this is where an AWP wants to be. But for now, his team are doing the rest.
Reds stepping up, finds RPK, and with 40 seconds remaining and a shot connecting there, it looks like their days are numbered. The bomb won't be planted towards B at least. Shox will have to fight his way out of this one. Looking with the AK now. First kill, can it be his? Apparently not. Back in the day, he might have been fancying his chances of this one. See what he can say about it. 20 seconds remain. Flashbang, not going to be delivered just yet. And we'll see the shots come off, but he's still nowhere near the bomb
Oh, he
site.
knows where all three of them are. It's brutal. 2 AWPs as well. He'd have to have his nose pressed to the screen to win those duels.
I was just looking at the CT-sided approach from NIP there, and it looks like they do a similar thing to what they do on Inferno, which is at the start of the round, they might show you a little saying, oh, we're aggressive here, we'll do some Molotovs, we'll do some nades, but they never stay aggressive.
Yes.
And with that in mind, if Vitality just push back the normal, the normal safety net, they go, okay, well, we're here, you could die, NIP fall back all the way into the site. And that's great for Vitality with the contact plays, because if they're going to sit in the site, what do we talk about being a strength? Information. Well, NIP are in a 2-3 setup, pop flashes come in. If you don't trade, if you don't multi-kill, you're going to lose the round. So simple approach from Vitality, but it's great versus this setup.
Yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't necessarily work against other teams who are a lot more active and going for aggressive picks. Let's say you've got Device going for an opening kill at the start of each round. He kills 1 or 2 steps, can connect her, and your contact places won't work at that point.
Or FaZe. FaZe are happy. Contact us. That's cool. We'll play aim map. You want to play aim map? That's fine. Come with us.
You want to take one-on-one individual duels? That's our cup of tea. That's our bread and butter.
Well, we're back into the action. Round number 24. And this is the pick of NIP here. And looking a little bit uncomfortable in that. Well, that's probably why, because didn't actually land anywhere near where it was supposed to go.
It's actually all deliberate. Threat asked them to miss the monster smoke so that they'd push short and Nork could get the frag. You don't see, it's 5D chess and that 5th dimension unlocked by the missed smoke.
I haven't learned chess yet. Can we do Boggle instead?
Yeah, we'll do 4-dimensional Boggle. We'll turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, so like 4 different levels of Boggle.
Yeah, you do.
Boggle on top of each other.
What's another sense we can add? Like smell? You have to smell the letters?
Scratch and sniff. We are going to head towards B here. Flashbang to come over. Very simple again. No smokes coming down. Trying to trade out kills, as Chad mentioned. And it will work out if you do get the trades, which they are. 3-on-3 now. Lekro will be there with the M4. Does he want to actually challenge this? Ideally, they smoke off towards heaven before committing. But the bomb goes down. They might have done enough here. AWP for Zywo as well, and for Twist. AK for Rez. They have got 1 kit. If Rez goes down and the kit's not retrievable, it could be in trouble here.
That's a very good point. A lot riding on res, as well as the smokes. Let's not forget, Twist and Lekro have
and
them.
Molotovs, double for the bomb site. So if the CDs get near, they can defuse the Molotovs, but...
Is it time to be faffing around with a boost? I'm getting nervous. Where's your time?
That's a good point.
Where is it? A flash?
Oh, God.
Goodness, give up. Never got time now. What are they doing? They want to shut them down. They do take the orb out of Zywoo's hands, some pressure at least. Nobody's on the bomb. The kit was on res. This round is the French, and they will do good damage, but 13 for Vitality.
Well, Lekro goes down as well. He saves that double orb setup. Maybe something worth talking about there. But the fact that they save a single orb means they'll still get our buy here, but it's going to be a very compromised one. Twist can drop a weapon, and we'll see what the grenade situation looks like after this, as we'll have a look at the replays from Nork. Managed to get a couple of nice opening kills here, but unfortunately, Lekro taken down with the bomb towards the end of it. And this was the flashbang that landed in there. Everything that could have gone wrong at this moment. They went for the boost about 10 seconds too long, then hit each other at the flash. They get all the kills, to be fair, but the money's just built up so much on the Vitality side of things. So they still, with 5 players going down, they still have 3K across the board. As they are touching distance now, this first map pickup. Back towards middle they go. Here's the pop flash. This time not catching Twist with the smoke, probably will. That shot, so close, doesn't quite connect.
Yeah. Oh, and Apex does catch one straight through the wall. Doesn't go down to 40. He'll work with that, no issues there. This is a bit of an aggressive stance from Twist. Okay, stood his ground, didn't overstay his welcome.
Rez now with the M4 and RPK strikes first. They know where Rez is at this point. Do they want to keep committing towards the site? Apparently, yes. Zywoo taken down. Beautiful stuff here from Lekro. Very calm. And they've got themselves a 4-on-2 lead. Minute remaining, and again, nothing too technical at all from Vitality. Where are the smokes and Molotovs? Just a couple of pop flashes, send big numbers towards the bomb site, and hopefully trade out. You can see Lekro, if he gets 2 kills there, there's no trade, that's when the round falls apart. Back towards B they go. Apex lead the way, and, well, only for so long. Masuta, he's going to go massive here. I'd love to see it. Not going to be the case, though, and we will pull one back. Money actually in a pretty interesting point now for Vitality after those 5 went down. Previous round didn't affect them. It might have a knock-on effect here, though, as they call their second timeout. 13-12. Masuta will have to drop at least 1 weapon here, but who's he give it to?
That is the question. We can see Lekro, lovely collection as well. It's the calmness of the M4 spray that you can really observe. That 3rd kill's neat and tidy as well. I have got a fun fact for you during this timeout.
How fun is it?
It's probably a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Fred hits us with the fun facts about the Bison. We were talking about it earlier.
Yes.
The Bison is a Russian gun, and it was made by the son of Mikhail Kalashnikov, who made the AK.
He made the AK.
So it's like father,
cool.
like son. One of them made the most prominent weapon in the game. The other one made the meme.
Yeah. I've made the meme, Dad. We're going to get into round 26 coming up. That's a cool bit of information.
Yeah.
I said it was a French gun earlier, only because we had an IRC channel on the day called Viva la Bison.
Viva la Bison.
Yeah, because it was the first ever gather channel for CSGO, like when the first alpha came out.
No way.
We communicate, but not with Discord,
IRC,
not with
baby.
MSN Messenger.
Is that
with
QuakeNet?
QuakeNet. Hashtag Viva la Bison, where all the pro 1.6 and Source players hung out, and we played against each other all day.
Look what you've become. You just called it a hashtag. Back in the day, you'd have called it a hash.
A hash, you're right.
The tags slip out
You're
now.
right.
That's the world we live in.
The channel was called Viva la Bison.
Yes.
Go see if it's still up. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Maybe we should check it out. Either way, that was a powerful weapon back then and recently patched to see a little more action.
Just the reason it's called that because it was the most powerful gun in the game at that point. It was insane. It was a meme because it had 64 bullets to do like AK damage. It was insane with no recoil as well. So that was the thing.
Right up there with a P90 at the time.
Yeah.
But not to be worried about here, because round 26 and an inseparable Vitality and NIP squad. With just the Masuta Hero AK into this one, it's more of a question of feeling it out, seeing if they could drain any of that NIP good stuff, and they have. You can see that there is minimal remaining, just going to be one single incendiary for Lekro.
I didn't think NIP could get more passive, but now they're even more passive on the B side.
Guys, plant first, then we'll come into the B side.
They're playing, but this is what they did. This is their vertigo
Rotate
playstyle. This is a lot of their playstyle.
Come into the site.
But you're putting so much pressure on your individuals if you're playing retake all the time here. If Masuta whips on in with this AK, gets a couple of kills, it could be a tough one.
Yeah, this is why this one flashbang approach is actually working out so well for the likes of Vitality.
Full
They've got
control,
4 players
lads.
on the bomb side.
That was easy. We've got the site.
And
We're
they've
going
got
to be
an AK
playing
here
this.
as well, but the AK's gone for now, but it's got fall into the hands of Zywoo. We'll see what he can do as Twist is removed. The M4s now. RBK making this one work, and Nork and Rez chime in for a couple themselves. All of a sudden, it's an even kill. We will see the Desert Eagle rattle off towards Graffiti in heaven, sends Nork to hell, and now Rez will have to drop down, and he has got no kit. He has got a smoke, however, knows exactly where one is. Still time. If he can get a quick kill now towards shore, it could be enough.
Yeah, but this quick kill has not been given to him. He has to go hunting, and with his back exposed, he was expecting the play. Rez, has he got time to fake it? Shox gives him the frag, and he's on it.
Got it, I think.
Oh, it's so close. I think Rez's balls of steel pay off. Triple kill, retake against just the eco and the hero rifle. It goes right down to a 1v1.
And less than a second.
Less than
a
a second on the defuse.
That's insane. Well, there it is. It will be tied up by NIP there. It was the eco, bear in mind. So Vitality aren't going to be too ruffled by that idea, but still, the fact it comes down to a 1v1, they had so many great picks there as well. The defensive hold for NIP, that might be the wake-up call at this point, to stop letting them have so much control of the bomb site. 4 of them on the side as the bomb was going down before any damage was taken. Either way, double orb setup continues here. Nork and Twist. The latter trying to get this pick towards middle. Molotovs and flashes, though, will dissuade him and send him packing back towards the bathrooms.
Look at NIP's money right now.
Yeah.
They lose this. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a big problem they do.
Okay, well, with that picture painted, everything really rides upon the next decision of all 5 for either side. No one gone down just yet. Who is going to make that first move? If I had to guess, I would say the French. If current situation is anything to go by. Lucro's got a pop flash lineup, and I'm going to steal it. No, I'm not.
It's so quiet. Like, there's no utility for really conditioning across the map. The CTs aren't trying to get an early pick, so they can't be executed on. This is a very strange game. We haven't seen a match play out like this in some time.
Not for years.
No, it does feel a little retro, doesn't it? Soon the Tech 9s will come out and we'll be having proper
Yeah, they
breakdowns.
actually probably will soon. This is such a massive round. 45 seconds, very defensive from NIP once again. The incendiary, though, that's available. Zywo didn't see it coming, but he's pushed through it anyway. Fires off completely blind, but still lives to tell the tale. Does he get Lecro? I don't think so. Position's too good for NIP. Twist misses the orb shot. Back towards B they go. The side's open. RPK with a full 180 here. And Nork, does he want to swing or wait for his teammates? The boost will come through again.
Straight away through the smoke, landing into RPK.
There's a molly here.
Yeah, the smoke's down.
Plopsky actually quite ahead of the pack on this one. Lecro's making a lot of noise. He wants them looking at him so that his teammate can swing, and that is Plopsky. He's waiting it out as well.
They need the flashes to come in from Zywo here. Flashes to go over like now. And then his teammates can get out of these horrible positions they found themselves. There's a flash. There's a swing. That's so good. So good. That's how it should be done.
Perfection. Henry called it. Vitality do it. 14. And with 3 still standing.
You could see it all just built around that one flashbang. Did you see them all just pivot out the moment it goes off as well? Nothing you could do about that. The bomb's more than half gone. They're going to be there, ready and waiting for their move. If you get the flashbang in before they commit, they're done for. There's no way they're bringing that round back. And Chad already outlined the money was wrecked for NIP. And they're going to force buy. They are going to be buying into this round with $2,000 each.
Oh, dear.
Oh, okay, maybe I tell a lie. It's only Twist. He's just gone for a scout. Not sure why he's done that. I don't think that's going to be the difference maker in a full eco round.
No, but he's going to have to hope it is.
He's going to have to, I suppose.
He's going to have to find the early first blood. He's playing anti-flash. He's getting closed in. That's a tag. Perhaps his teammates will believe him on that.
Time will tell. He goes down. The scout will do some damage, but that's all he'll be remembered for. Round 28. This is with Vitality. Find map points on their opponent's pick. Rez will do everything in his power to avoid it. He has looked good today, 21 kills. Now challenging Apex is 17. He'll wait towards long, down to 30. He did get tagged up by that scout. RPK with the bomb though, boys. Where are the flashes? Where are the basic fundamentals?
He made that look so easy. My God, he could even find another one here. He knows there's one trying to distract, and so he immediately adjusts his crosshair. Right place, wrong time. Rez's double deagle frags have enabled them to at least slow down the Vitality 15th, but
yeah,
feels like a moment.
It's still inevitable, I would say, at this point, but still great shots from Rez, absolutely. Back towards B, Shox just patrolling the area, making sure that no one's actually got up towards T-spawn. Looks good to me. Plopsky in towards a connector. His teammate Lecro at the A side right now, so that suggests B is completely open. Might want to get the skates on here before they realize. Flashes go over. And this should be, I'm saying it with bated breath, ladies and gentlemen, this should be number 15 for Vitality. Everything we know about Counter-Strike suggests they win this round. But let's find out.
Watch Zywu turn around just at the wrong
Yep,
moment.
there it is.
He did. He didn't spot him. It looks like perhaps there was enough information, actually. The toes of Plopsky were spotted. And so all is good in the hood. Bomb will go down. Normal scheduled programming returns as 15 is acquired. Vitality, they're 1 round away from taking down the Ninjas on their map pick.
Well, Twist will have to use the scout again here, unfortunately for him. After investing in the previous round, Rez, the only one that really had any sort of impact in the previous round, did a great job with the Desert Eagle.
He really did. Yeah, the double kill was lovely.
It was good. You're not going to see it. But
No, but what it did show you was the fact that he, as soon as he heard the gunfire of the player coming from long, he adjusted to toilets, which is just a sign that these pro players are so aware of the nuances of Counter-Strike, they'll hear shots and assume it's a bait.
Well, the hardest round to pick up, number 16. And the first grade not looking good. It does go down the throat of Zywu there. And it's still a pretty serviceable buy from NIP. Sure, it was weak coming into this. There's certainly compromises, but they have at least 1 kit. They have 3 smokes. The scout, not ideal, but it's enough to win the round, is what I'm saying. As we'll see Shocks again, watching for the flanks coming through. Bomb on the back of Zywu, the low HP player. Well, I say that. He's above half.
Did we get to the bottom of the Twist scout situation, or are we still a bit puzzled about that one?
I think it might have just been a bit of a misbuy.
Well, he just rebought with a scout again and armor, just knowing that he'd have 2 scouts, I guess.
Maybe that was what he wanted to go for right there, seeing if he could find an avenue. But Rez is in the best position right now. Look at all the angry T's on the other side of this smoke. There's a chance.
Zyru's baity steps. Do not confuse the beast. A double kill from Rez. He might even find a third here. Yeah, Masuta's gone down. Their default toilety work. It's got them this far, but it seems that Rez is the spanner in the works. He even gets away, deploys the smoke. He's won this round on his own.
Yeah, he knows it as well. Apex, they don't have to challenge him too much here. They've already got a bit of damage towards him now. Looking to close things out, but Apex pulls one back. Now, that could be dangerous against a team like Vitality.
Oh, no.
They're maybe overextending here, which is something we haven't really said about NIP so far. Plopsky and T-Spawn, 20 seconds remaining here, and they're going back towards A.
They keep faking them everywhere.
Yeah, pulling them apart here, and now with 3 rifles up, it's down to Rez. Remember, the only player that's been tagged at this point. 3 kills to his name, make it 4. Looking for the ace at this stage, probably goes for it, but showing a bit of discipline now, wants to win the round, look at the bigger picture, and then gets the ace. That's the best way to do it. Instead of swinging out there, potentially giving the round up, maybe a plant, guarantee it with your teammates have trade potential with you, run the clock down, force his hand, and now only 1 round separates them.
They are lucky that they didn't lose another individual in that flurry right there. Rez had done so much hard work to give them the 2-on-5 situation. They did their best to throw away as much money as possible, right? So going into this, Vitality will have a stronger buy than NIP. Guns should be dropped across, so you probably won't make too many notes on that side of things, but lucky for Rez, really. He was able to keep their head above water there. The question is, do they want to try and get an AWP out on Zywu? You're going to be missing a couple of bits and pieces if you want. I'm sticking with the AKs.
I feel like he's got 31 kills, and the majority have been with the rifles so far. Like they've done this kind of grouped up mentality towards A.
Mentality,
yeah, towards B. Like the AWP's not going to really lend itself to that. You need someone who's got 31 kills up there in the thick of the action, not just getting for 1 kill and then kind of playing for post plan. You want him kind of getting stuck in at this point, I would say, especially in this sort of round where compromises will be made. RPK's got the kill, not the biggest deal. It's a weapon that's also been buffed in the last few months. Had a price reduction as well. Nades towards the cross.
You see, they're assertive at the start, right? They try and pepper you and slow you down because what that forces you to do is go through all of the corners, use your nades, use your flashes, clear out everything close because you can't be certain, right? We have a really good idea what NIP are doing, and the viewers at home, we're lucky enough we can see every single thing. But just the suggestion from NIP that they could be aggressive this time around, it has to be respected.
Final round of regulation. You can see it's very dicey atmosphere right now. Again, just holding on to everything they can. A couple of smokes remain on the NIP side. Twist with no AWP this time. The M4. Good H, he won't quite make it down there. And 1 minute on the clock. These rounds are a lot longer than you think. Plenty of opportunities to mix it up, bait out some grenades, and now there's no smokes or incendiaries on the CT side. They only have flashbangs. No sniper rifle.
It's enough to be paranoid about long for the rest of this round.
Yeah.
And Rez, he's gone for the ballsy play, tried to nutmeg him as it faded, but calls it clear.
They might be expecting another fake here. If Vitality don't move, this is...
Wow, good standoffish 4v4, and they can start their commitment. Lekro, oh, he's fallen off, enables RPK to take the duel cleanly onto Twist. RPK even crossing back, and now Lekro strikes. Does enable Masuta, and Zaiwu does cut off the flank. Lekro's only working with 12 HP. It's down to Nork really to do the heavy lifting.
Good Molotov allows him to reposition. Apex with a strong spot himself, but the Molotov will buy him some time. Doesn't need to challenge this at all. They've got a couple of flashes remaining here. This should be it.
It looks like they've done enough. Lekro with just a scrap of health will get caught through the wall, and now down to Nork. He does find the first. Unfortunately, not a smoke grenade, only the flashbangs, and they're both playing the default after plant positions. The flashes are over, and so is the game. 16-14, a full 30 rounds for Vitality and NIP. It goes all the way. The French take the Swedes map pick.